Okay, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to hit a yard sale and then go to an estate sale. So right now we're at the yard sale and I'm looking at, this is the day of Santas, I'll just say. That first one that was there was a Jim Shore, and this one is a Ken something. I do pick both of those up. And then I just keep looking. There was quite a few. And I get this tall, like pencil Santa. And I don't remember how much that one was. That one wasn't marked. The Jim Shore was 2, and I think the other guy was 2 as well. Taking a look at those stockings. The needle point stockings, those can do pretty well for me. Asking my husband to take my stuff for me. It's especially hard recording because I only have one hand to do everything. And I'm looking at these Build-A-Bear shoes, but I do leave those behind. And this vintage like Toyland radio, I just turn it to make sure it does still play music. I picked that up and that was 50 cents. A lot of toys that I didn't really look into today, just kind of a quick perusal to see if anything jumps out. Over here is a hodgepodge of items. I always just take a quick look at any sort of videos. I think I've mentioned before that some older ones, especially if they're new and sealed, can do. I've had success with some, not the VHS, but DVDs, and then I've even sold cassette tapes. I get stopped here. I look in this. I, of course, am intrigued by the basket. My husband comes over and he looks at these scary masks. And I do look at them because some of them can sell. And I was looking to see if any of them were marked, and none of them were marked. And so then I started thinking, do I really want these just hanging around, creeping me out when I have to go pull them, or I'm looking for something else and they're sitting there staring at me? So I do leave those behind. I do look at most of them. I think the bottom 2, I'm like, okay, there's no brains, so we'll just leave it. Yeah, I'm not a scary Halloween. Actually, I'm really not into Halloween at all. I don't like scary movies. I don't like any of that stuff. So I was just like, I know it. Some of them can have value, but it's not worth it to me. Okay, I pick up this stained glass panel. I'm going to keep that. I paid $10 for it. I just have to figure out how to hang it, so we'll get there. And I'm just taking a look at these purses. They had some interesting ones, but their prices were quite high on the purses here. The clothing and the purses were much higher than I would want to spend for reselling. So I do leave all of those behind. Okay, I lost the first half of this footage. First thing, I had it in the wrong speed. So you would be nauseous trying to watch it. Or, I think I had it too zoomed, and I don't know what I was doing, but it was all over the place. So I missed a portion of this estate sale. And also you will notice it's very dark in there. So trying to record was challenging at times. This was like a log cabin type of house. There was an upstairs and a main level, and there was a small downstairs as well. So I get the upstairs and I think the basement. I think I missed the main level, which I didn't buy much, if anything, on the main level. So I was just showing some trinkets. So far, I haven't picked up anything. We got some salt and pepper shakers, which 100% some of them can have value. It's just not something I've looked into at this point, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them when, you know, it's busy and I'm trying to get some of the stuff that I know myself. So I pick up this Santa, and this was like a hodgepodge of different things in there. And I think I pick up that Santa. And I'm trying to make stacks and everything. I didn't like that. I will buy Halloween to sell 100%. I don't keep it. And the scary stuff, not so much. I do look at that little handmade bag. It was priced up a little bit more than I want to pay. And their Veras here were also priced up more than I would want to pay for reselling. Now, if you were a collector or you really enjoyed their bags, then it was probably a good price for them. And I picked this guy up. So this is half price day. Rarely will you see me at an estate sale full price. That I just usually don't do that. So that I paid $2.50 for. I think I kind of showed a Santa up there. Yeah, here he is. He's just like a wood block Santa with a bag on his back right there. So I'm in this, it's like a closet. I don't know if it's sort of like a bedroom they turned into a closet. Well, no, it looks like it's part of the attic, as you can see there. So it's not very big, and there were several people in there. So I'm just trying to make my way around where I can set stuff down but still kind of look. I picked this up. It was, I think, 50 cents. You know, should I have? I don't know. It's hard for me to pass up handmade items when they're, you know, such a great deal. Even if I end up just using it in my own decoration, it's still worth it. I have not used that one in my decorations, so who knows? If it doesn't sell, I probably will. Now this that I'm holding, I think, is a pocket poker game. And I'm trying to think if that one worked, because I'm thinking it didn't. I'll put a note in here if it worked or not. So I will spend quite a bit of time in this little closet. This is where I did, in fact, find the bulk of everything that I bought. Because I look at one section and go back and sorry about that. I didn't get a very good view there for you. Somebody walked in. I'm like, where's my stuff? Okay, it's over there. I see it. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I come over here because there are some, so there's those purses there. But then there's also a basket of bags underneath. So I'm trying just to see if there's something that I would want to get to, okay, that purse was very cool. I almost did get that. So anyways, I'm looking to see if there's a purse that I can use to carry my stuff. Now, a lot of times we do take bags. My husband is usually the one that carries them. So he is not with me at this point. And actually, I don't think that we remembered one today. So I consider this bag again, because I'm like, it can hold my stuff. Is it worth getting, you know, and then selling it? But then I'm like, well, no, let's just look down here and see what else we can find. So I ended up just getting the Celebrity Cruise bag. It's the navy one in there, and it worked out perfect. I considered that one because that's $31, but it's embroidered, so that is not gonna be worth selling in the future or anything. And so then I have a place to put my stuff. Now, I don't know why I didn't pick that guy up, that Santa. I don't know if I just forgot or if he was priced too high. I'm not sure, because he was kind of cute. So you see me, I start to go out, go back up again. It's like everything kept catching my eye, so the majority of my time was here. I don't pick him up. He's just kind of interesting. That tin was neat. That would have been a cute little decoration too. So I think I'm gonna leave, and then I notice there's some books down here. So this first one I pick up, it's a cat book. And then this one I'm looking at right now is very cool. I think it's from the 70s, and it is a pop-up book for, the birth of Jesus. And then that's a vintage Santa Claus book. And then I should have went ahead and picked that one up there that I left behind. I wasn't sure how much the books were going to be when I was looking, and I didn't show that, but I will show it again in a moment here. That was a nativity ornament, and I'm going to keep that. I think I'm going to do a Christmas tree of just all different nativity ornaments, because you can find some really unique ones that I like. So this is a Garfield, and I was considering it, and then you can see it was actually missing a piece. So there I go. I show you. Not very well. It didn't focus in that great. And one more look over here to see if I find anything else that I might want to get. And I do. I pick up, it's upside down, but it's some cat ornaments. It's a set of 5. Now, I did some research, and it's kind of close to 2 different artists. So I didn't put either artist on there because it's not marked, and I don't know 100% which one it is. So it is listed. I consider this guy, but I do not take him. And I try and show you the brand on this one, but it will not focus my phone. I don't know if that's just iPhones or what, but I don't know. It drives me crazy. Okay, I get him. I think he's super cute. The articulated little Santa. Just go across the hall into the bathroom. I have mentioned before, you don't want to skip on the bathrooms. You can still find some valuable items in there sometimes. And I don't really find much in here today. You will see I pick this item up. So this is a vintage, it's a first aid like slider guide. I just like the graphics. I don't even know if it has value, and if it doesn't, I'll probably just put it in like a big ephemera lot. But I wanted to look at it myself. So this person was a collector. So those are little like teapots, or not teapots, teacups, and little saucers. There were tons of them. And in another section, which was lost footage, they had snow globes, like, you know, those touristy plastic like almost half circles, snow globes. They had so many of them. So that cat was very cute. One thing with it being so dark is I didn't notice at the time that it was kind of faded on part of it. So, you know, it's cute, but it's not going to be worth a whole lot. The checkered cat. Looking at some more stockings. And I don't look at quilts. Number one, they're usually priced up. And number two, I just don't know if I even really want to deal with it. So, you know, if you don't like dealing with something, it's probably best not to pick it up because it will just end up sitting because you won't want to photograph it. You won't want to list it. You won't want to ship it. So another look at the salt and pepper shakers as we come back out. And the cat one was cute. I don't end up picking it up. I'm always drawn to the vintage sewing baskets. I just think they're neat. A vintage little radio, which I do not get. And now we are in the basement. And this is, I should have done better on this. These are neat. And because I felt thickness in them, I thought they had their bags in them. And one of them was completely empty because they were like tear-off bags. So the top of them felt thicker because that's where they had stapled them all together. But there were actually no bags in one of them. Another one had like, I don't know, a handful, if that. So that was not my best pickup, but it was still neat. You know, I had not ever seen them before. And I will show these freezer boxes, which I considered picking up, but I believe I just leave them there. And toys. I didn't even look at that horse to see if it might have been a Breyer horse or not. So that was a wish book, which those can have good money. Cover was off. So I don't do a very good job here in a second. Then here under this Ernie's book, it is a JCPenney, I believe a Christmas catalog. And so it was intact, so I pick it up. So those vintage catalogs, they're neat to look at and they do have some value. So anyways, that is all the footage that I had. I just want to say thank you again so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as always, have a great day. Until next time.